Hey there everybody, in this video today I'm going to be running you through one of my favourite exercises of all time, and it's called the Turkish Get Up. Now as you can see here I've got a kettlebell, and it's often done with a kettlebell, but it can be done with no weight or a dumbbell or other equipment. Okay, so before we even start I'm just going to show you a full Turkish Get Up from start to finish. Alright, so watching here, spin around this way for you. And that is a full Turkish Get Up from start to finish. So it's an exercise which gets you to stand up and then reverses all the way back down to the ground. Now, that's quite a complex exercise if you think about it, but what we're going to do today is we're going to break that exercise down into its multiple components, okay? And we're going to do multiple reps of each component, okay? So don't worry about using the weight just yet. That can be something you can add later on. Okay, but I want to take you through those components now. So we're going to have to do both sides because only one hand will be up in the air. Okay, so for purposes of the video, I'm going to chuck my right hand up in the air first. Okay, and I'm going to get set up in the position. So the position of the Turkish Get Up is heel towards bottom, other leg around that 45-degree angle out, and other arm around 45 degrees out as well, okay? Not out here, not here, in the middle, okay? I want to punch my hand to the ceiling, okay? And then all I'm going to do for my first component is come up onto my elbow and keep my eyes up at my hands. Then I'm going to go down. I'm going to do this for 3 reps. So up onto my elbow, looking at my hand. Keep those eyes on the hand, okay? One more, and then we're going to have a rest. Now what we're going to do is keep that hand in the air, punch it towards the ceiling. Okay, we're going to come up onto our hand. Okay, that's just near my bottom there. And all we're going to do here is lift our hips up to the sky and pull our leg through that hole there, okay? And then I'm going to go back. I'm going to do 2 more of these. So lift and pull your leg back through. And we're going to go for 1 more time. Lift, pull the leg back through. Excellent. Now that we're in this position, we're going to do the final segment until we're standing up. So keep your eyes on the prize. Keep looking up towards your hand. And we're going to veer up here and stand up. Hand back down. We're going to veer up here. And then we're going to stand up. We're going to do 1 more of them. Straighten up, stand up. Now that we're at the top of the Turkish Get Up, we have to reverse this all the way back down. So we're going to do 3 reps all the way back down. Looking up at your hand, don't take your eyes off, don't look down. We're going to reverse the lunge and then stand back up. 2 more reps. Reverse the lunge, stand back up. 1 more. Reverse the lunge, stand back up. Excellent. Now we're going to go back to our hand on the ground. Okay? Hand to hand, it should be a straight line here. And I'm just going to pull my leg through, sitting on my bottom. Then I'm going to come back up. Pull my leg through, sitting back on my bottom. Okay, 1 more rep. Excellent. Okay, now what we're going to do is reverse it all the way back down to the ground. Eyes on the prize. We're going to plonk down onto our elbow there, and we're just going to slowly come down. Then we're going to back up to our elbow, slowly back down. Back up to our elbow, and then slowly back down. Okay, last one. Really reaching up, looking at your hand, and then back down. Whew. Okay, so that was a nice kind of breakdown of the Turkish Get Ups, and we did 3 repetitions of each segment of the Turkish Get Up, all the way from ground to standing, and then back from standing to ground. Okay, so now that we've done it without weight, I'm just going to give you a quick tutorial about how to do it with weight if you are holding something. Now, if you do have a kettlebell handy, that is going to be one of the best pieces of equipment for the exercise, as it sits really nicely over the back of your hand. However, if you do have a dumbbell or even a small bag, you can use that for weight. Okay, so I'm going to show you first off how to get the kettlebell up. So what we're going to do, I'm going to be holding the kettlebell with my right hand, which means I'm going to lie on my right side. And all I'm going to do here is get the kettlebell under my hand here. It's going to come right to the top, okay, top of the corner. All I'm going to do is tuck it in with my hand over the other, and I'm going to keep it close to my body, as you can see here. All right? Then, from this position, I can punch the kettlebell up. Okay, and I'll show you around this way for perspective. So all I'm doing from here is I'm punching the kettlebell up as high as I can. Now that's really, really important. I'm punching the kettlebell up as high as I can. And as we said before, you can do the segmental training where you're doing 3 repetitions at each segment, or you can do a full Turkish Get Up. But once again, I'm just going to run you through a full Turkish Get Up with the weight in your hand. So first thing to do is to pull up towards your straight leg. Okay, so I'm going to get the weight up towards this way, but I'm going to keep punching it to the ceiling. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up into my hand and make that a strong base. So I've got 1 here, 2 here, and 3 here. Those are my 3 pivot points. Then what I'm going to do is lift my hips up. Okay, so there should be a nice straight line from my hand to my other hand. And from here, all I'm going to do is thread the needle through the hole. Take your time here. Straighten up. Keep your eyes on the prize. Last thing you're going to do, either with your hand here or a chair assisting, is keep your eyes on the prize and stand up straight. And that is a standing Turkish Get Up, and now we're going to reverse it. So I'm going to come back. Slowly put my hand down whilst I'm punching up the whole time. This never stops punching up. Then I'm going to pull through and sit my bottom on the ground. I'm not stopping the punching. I'm punching that up as high as I can onto my elbow, all the way down to the ground. And I'm maintaining that nice high hand all the way so that I, show you from the side here, can bring this down back to starting. Okay, and then I would do the opposite side with my left hand. Okay, so that's a really simple way to look at the Turkish Get Up, with the main points being punching the weight up as high as you can for the whole movement. So there are a couple of examples of how you can use the Turkish Get Up in your workouts. We've got a weighted Turkish Get Up, doing the full movement. The movement is in its entirety, rep for rep. Or you can break the movement down for a workout and do the first segment and then the second segment for 3 reps, for example, and then finally the third segment, working your way all the way back down as we did in the first exercise. So pick your poison, make sure you start nice and light with the weight, okay, and work through it slowly, making sure you're punching that weight to the sky the whole time, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that Turkish Get Up tutorial. If you would like any more information on that, please don't hesitate to contact us. That's a really strong, solid exercise for improving your floor mobility, but also your full body strength.